off, we have Laura Kooji, who is an Anishinaabe from Nipissing First Nations, Mesquananisi. All right. Odedum. All right. Red Tail Hawk Clan. She was raised and currently lives in Dish with One Spoon territory. Laura's first collection of poetry, No Rainbow, was published in 2018. In addition to writing, Laura is a beadwork artist, musician, and community educator. Laura is passionate about Indigenous language, revitalization, and studies Anishinaabemowin and Kanien'kehá:ka languages. That's amazing. Please welcome Laura Kooji to the stage. The corn.
Yawa miigwech for that lovely introduction, Janet. Just to clarify, I did not bead what I'm wearing. This is the work of my friend Gaseniosta, as seen on Rutherford Falls. So quick plug out to my girl Gaseniosta. Anyway, I'm going to share some poems with you. I never like sought out to write a book. This kind of came to me in a really interesting way, roundabout way, and I'm really grateful that I got the chance to do it. I learned a lot in the process, and I'm just going to share a few things from this book, and then also I have something else that I've written more recently that I'll share with you. So I'm going to start with this first one. I wrote it up north. Everything has a story. The birds, the plants, the trees, all the animals, streams, and brooks. Rivers, lakes, mountains, oceans. Every rock, solid gray, blood spilled red or glittering. I ache to hear their songs. I want to know your stories. The lines, the curves, the freckles, all the scars, bruises, and marks. Bones, flesh, and hair. Tears. Everything that mattered and didn't. Blood spilled red or glittering. Sing to me. I'm listening. Ew. So this one, I have a kind of a special memory of reading this one. It was the first time I ever went to New York City. I got to meet a friend of mine, Shawnee, and in my book, I actually didn't title my poems. I numbered them in Anishinaabemowin, and so, but this one has a nickname now. It's Shawnee's favorite because it's Shawnee's favorite poem that I've written. So I always think of Shawnee now every time I read it. I wish I could hold your hand, walking through the woods. I want to kiss you leaning against a tree with birds singing to us. I long to smell the moss when we pause to smile. I wish you could keep the fire. I want a smear of ash to brush against your face and catch my eye. I long to see your hand on the fork, bringing in the grandfathers. I wish I could go rice with you and laugh really hard at your jokes. I want to go gather spruce tips and horsetail, and I long to give you raspberries on your pancakes and cheeks. I wish we could tap trees together. I want you to brush sweet water on the bottom of my lip. I long to sit with you and sing as the pot boils. I wish I could see you dance. I'd bring you water. I'd join you and follow behind like always. I long for us to take turns and switch places. I wish I could sleep under the stars with you. I want to see the firelight make your skin glow. I long to see the flicker of the flames in the reflection of your eyes. I wish I could swim in the lake with you and hear our laughter echo. I want to watch water roll off your shoulders and down your arms. I long for our medicine to join the water and touch all of creation. Let's see. So it's cicada season. They've been loud. They're out in a force to be reckoned with. Holy smokes. I heard that there were like more of them this year than ever before. I don't know too much about that, but anyway, I did write this when I heard a cicada, and I just kind of got thinking. A cicada shrills beside me, enraged with 17 years of pent-up love. I will never end up like her. Hiding underground, comfortable in darkness, claiming safety where there's no light. Damp, cold silence, finally coming up to the air to see how beautiful the sky could be, to climb trees and spread her wings and look for her love and sing it into being, to call for her lover only to retreat and find a dark place to hide, shed her skin, run away. Thanks. So I do beadwork when I'm not doing a million other things. But one of the things that has gotten me through the past year has been knitting, but also a little bit of beading. So yeah, I just wanted to read this one today, sort of in acknowledgement of one of my favorite things to do and one of my artistic teachers. I see a beautiful medallion in my mind's eye. Its colors are vibrant and cascade toward the center. I gather myself, my needle and thread. I select my beads with deep care. I pause and relish in the contemplation. I wasn't chosen so carefully. I was plucked from a moment that ran away too fast, an assumption that loving me was easy. I didn't choose to love so deep. So I snapped up my own heated moment, and I can choose my beads wisely. Thank you. All right, so here's something I have new for you. So I know that this year is probably going to be a little bit different than last year in terms of our winter, but this past winter was probably one of the most difficult winters I've ever encountered. I don't know about you guys, but I'm an extrovert, and you know, going out and doing things and seeing people is like my entire life. So this is a little bit of a love letter to last winter. Add this list to the list of things I thought I'd never write about in my lifetime. The list of what the pandemic has shown me. It's not a list of mystic teachings or like romantic spirituality, you know, zip file downloads from the Creator. It's not a list of graphic violence or graphic trauma for pornographic consumption. This is a list of extroverted grief. This is my list of introverted celebration. This is my list of mundane, of excitement, of boredom, of chaos, of sensuality, of fascination. This is my list of disappointment. This is my list of inspiration. Anska. I love the way plastic knitting needles feel when they glide against each other. Degani. Seeing my friends on a video chat just made me miss them more. Asa. Jimmy Fallon is quite handsome. Gaillardi. There were times I thought I'd never be on a dance floor again. Whisk. I imagined explaining to my grandchildren how we disinfected our groceries in terrible detail. Yayak. The year 1321 in Europe is the same as 2021 on Turtle Island, but 1321 on Turtle Island was way different than in Europe. Jada, Nijwaswe. I don't tend to watch shows more than once. I always got to keep it fresh. Nshwaswe. untangling yarn is almost as relaxing as knitting. Zhongsui, are they ever going to do another season of Fleabag? Madaswe, I ordered 100 clasps for those mask clips that I was going to bead. Never got to beading them. Madaswe Shibejik, I made 2 sweaters, a baby blanket, a couple of dishcloths, and 5 pairs of slippers. Madaswe Shanish, I sewed 75 masks to give to the community. Madaswe Shinsue, I read my grandfather's diary. My great-grandfather's diary. His casual talk of the Spanish flu was comforting. Madaswe Shiniwan, when the winter got hard, I remembered that my food cache is more than my ancestors could dream. Madaswe Shinanan, I didn't set any goals. I had barely any motivation, and that was awesome, temporarily. I'm grateful for this list and the beautiful stillness I was taught. I'm privileged that I had a chance to get so quiet when my entire life has been so loud. I wasn't okay sometimes, and that was okay. I took the rest I never knew I needed. I found beauty in details and in barely noticed moments. I cherish more now the things I never thought I would have to live without. Live music, the dance floor, time spent with family and friends. I didn't abandon myself. I was stuck with me, and it was actually pretty great, except for when it wasn't. But that turned out to be okay too. Nyawa miigwech. All right, I think I have one more. Sorry. Do I have time for one more? Yeah? Okay. All righty. Here's an old standby. I take my clothes off. I can't wear logic or illusions to bed. I can't be a prisoner in my head and give head. I'm naked and not closed off. To the heat, which is just science speak for energy transmission, and now I'm wishing I had a clue how to do this. My newness, with no walls but a sniper in the hall. Brass poles and black floors held me up before. I move wild and free, and I let you see me. I let go, I blush, I get flush, and the sweat under my skin is centuries old. A labor of love in the making, free for the taking. I give it to you to lick, water from my sacred slick. They saw us in our ceremonies ages ago. Later, they'll write about us and study from the pages before. And I do this because inside the wise of my grandmother's eyes was a fire that burned so bright with light, it had its own language and way of existing without resisting. So now I'm here and my skin is lighter, my mind is tighter, I'm dripping with tears and I'm fucking without fear. Soaked in rage, it's all I can do. It's all I can do just to move. I move wild and free. I take a deep breath and I let you see me. The beautiful disaster that is my love, my sex with no regrets that forever is a lie that I'm trying to forget. I open my third eye to look at you. Light bounces off of solid form. Pure energy and light dissolves centuries of fright, flight, and flight. My mind blown confession or admission, my spirit in unity with yours in embrace. My connection defies colonial construction, time, space, life forms spanning through earth and celestial nations. But fear is here, and like the trees that grew 500 years ago, you're gone, but you're rooted in me forever. Nyawa miigwech. Thank you.